Assalamualaikum and a very good evening, everyone. My name is Mikhael bin Shamsuri, and with me here is Mama Ahmad bin Roslan, which is my partner.
Oh.
And today we'll be conducting an interview on interreligion marriage, or also known as interfaith marriage. So, what is interfaith marriage? Interfaith marriage, sometimes called a mixed marriage, is marriage between spouses professing different religions. Although interfaith marriages are most often contracted as civil marriages, in some instances they may be contracted as religious marriages. This depends on religious doctrine of the two parties' religions, some of which prohibit interfaith marriage, but others allow it in limited circumstances. Okay.
All right. So we are here today with our guest. All right. We will be interviewing our guest, Miss Rachel Stephanie. So, Miss Rachel, would you mind introducing yourself a bit?
Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm 19. I'm from Sarawak. I'm currently studying in Swinburne University. I'm taking multimedia design as my major. And I'm also the daughter of intermarriage couple. Yeah.
Okay. So we will dive in our questions straight away. So the first question is, what religion does your parents practice, and which religion does you as a daughter practice as well?
My dad is a Buddhist. My mom is a Christian. I'm a Christian. I follow my mom. But I do go to temple just to pay my respect to the ancestor as well.
I see. Right, so we will be moving on to the next question. So, for how long were your parents married to each other, and would you say that they had a happy marriage?
They were married for almost 20 years now. They were happy. I never saw them had a big fight or anything, but yeah.
Okay.
Let's move on to the third question. Miss Rachel, have you ever felt different amongst your group of friends because of your parents' inter-religion marriage? Does you feel isolated or anything?
Not until the part isolated, but they were shocked when I first told them that I go both to church and temple, but they were cool with that. They were fine with that. So yeah.
Okay, I see. Were there any complication when it comes to dealing with religion, such as religious celebration, prayers, and such, or maybe festivals?
No, like I told you, I'm a Christian, right? But I only go to the temple just to pay the respect to the ancestor. I don't practice religious celebration or prayer.
All right. So, according to Reza and Jessica, 2017, they have spoken to multiple couples who are in an interfaith marriage, and most of them face problems such as criticism from families and friends. And to your knowledge, did your parents ever face such problems?
And no, not really. My dad isn't a strict Buddhist, so they both had an agreement on that. Like, my dad is fine with having all of his children as Christian, but in return, we need to go to the temple to pay respect to the ancestors. So it's like a both-way communication.
I see. So it's a balance of both. Is it?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. The next question is that what is your take on interreligion marriage, and would you be in one yourself in the future if you had the chance?
I do realize that interreligious marriage is not a norm in Malaysia, and some even despise it. But in my opinion, I don't see it as a bad thing. And as a daughter of an interreligious marriage myself, I believe that it would not be a problem. So,
Yes, love will come.
Yeah, if it's meant to be, it will be, right?
Yes.
probably.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the next question. According to Reza and Jessica again, 2017, they include their sons in different religious activities such as prayers, meditation, and many more. Do your parents do the same when it comes to their children too? Do your parents include you in religious activities as well?
Yep, they do. My parents usually bring me to mass or to church every Sunday, and then attend Bible class after mass, and then they asked us to join the youth in the church as well. So I had fun, growing up.
Amazing. Okay.
Okay,
Nick?
let's move on to the next question. In your opinion, do you think that the children must choose between their father or their mother's religion and in what age do you think that they are eligible to do so? If they should. Mhm.
I mean, really depends on the children, though. Like, if they're mature enough to choose, then why not? But I don't really have a specific age because everyone is different. So, yeah.
So you believe that if they're mature enough, then they will decide it themselves, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one, how do you as the doctor deal with judging comments and disagreeing people if they ever judge you, or would you even like bother at all?
I don't really get that much. They were all okay with that, but if I really encounter something like that in the future, then I'll probably ignore it because whether or not you take it seriously, at the end of the day, people will always have something to say. So you do you.
Yes. Period.
Exactly.
I don't know if I
Okay.
did that, but okay.
Okay, Miss Rachel, do you agree that interreligion marriage does an enormous stress to the kids? If you do agree, can you explain why? And if not, tell us.
Well, I can't deny that there are major differences when it comes to religion. As mentioned earlier, I'm a Christian and I only go to the temple to pay respect for my ancestor. It really depends actually to that person. Like, it doesn't affect me as much, but I'm not sure about the others though. But yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
All right. Another fact question. According to a day, 2020, some parents even went to drastic measures to prevent their children to be in an interfaith marriage. Okay. Do you think that by marrying your partner from a different religion your faith? Affects your faith?
I have to disagree with that. As I mentioned, I'm a Christian, right? But I do go to temple multiple times already. So I didn't feel anything or any guts or any feelings that potentially would affect my faith as a Christian. Yeah. So no.
So you don't think that, by marrying your partner from per se a different religion would affect um entirely your faith, is it? Your faith entirely.
Uh,
Is it?
mm,
Not
it
at
really
all. It
not
depends on the
not
person.
for my case, but others probably.
Hmm, makes sense.
Hmm.
All right. Question. Next question. All right. Are there a considerable amount of differences when it comes to religion? If so, how did your parents deal with such contrast in your faith?
They had a agreement beforehand. So as mentioned, my dad wasn't a strict Buddhist, so he's fine with having us as Christians. So, but in return, of course, we have to pay the respect to the ancestor as well. So yeah, communications both way. It's important, I think. Yeah. So I agree with that. So yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one, right? Okay. According to the studies in 2017, inter-region couples tend to have a more stable relationship compared to the normal one. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that. When it comes to my parents, they're not really having any problems with that. So, um, well, It really differs. Some people, even a normal couple, lives a very healthy relationship, and some experience a very unhealthy relationship. It really depends on the couple. For my case, I believe that my parents were having a stable relationship despite having different religions.
Okay. Last question.
Okay.
Okay. Interreligion marriage is not really popular in Malaysia. Do you think it would be a good idea to promote it here?
I believe it is a good thing to promote it. It's not about being popular or not. It's about letting the Malaysian know, or at least have a knowledge about it. Even if some would object or despise it, I don't think it's a bad idea to let people know about it or even normalize it. I think Malaysian would not object as it is not something new, and and yes, that's it.
Okay. All right. So that is the end. That is the end of the question. And sadly, the end of our interview. Okay. Okay. So
Thank you.
thank you for Miss Rachel for
Joining us for this interview.
joining us for this evening and agreeing to be interviewed by us. Okay. Mikhael, do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I just want to say thank you. Really
Alright.
appreciate your help.
No worries.
Do you have anything else to add? Nothing? Okay.
Okay. So that
Okay.
concludes
That's it.
our interview for today. Thank you all for
Thank you.
joining us.